All right, we're here live again, Friday night. A little bit later than usual, right? It's almost 8 o'clock Pacific time, and my voice is a little on the tired side. Why? Because I've been at this amazing workshop, and these people are just really such high energy people, and they command that you bring your ultimate energy to be present in what it is that we're doing. And in my case, that involves a lot of hollering and whistling and jumping up and down to get your energy up so that you oxygenate your body, you oxygenate your brain, so you can take in all of the information that's there. And some of you have been aware that I've been attending, it feels like for me, a lot of these workshops lately anyway. There was a time a number of years ago when I had these sprees of going to these live events that were all geared towards personal growth, personal development, business development, various things that just captivated my interest. There was a time when I was learning self-hypnosis, and I gleaned so much information from those kinds of workshops and trainings. I'm Dr. Darya Ghafourpour. I'm really glad that you're here joining me live or on the replay. And right now I am still local for me. I'm attending the Brendan Burchard's Experts Academy live. And what a tremendous event. I'm really stoked, even though I kind of feel tired, you know. It just feels like I've been on a whirlwind of meeting people, of soaking in tons of great information. And, you know, so much of this is geared towards, it's investing in yourself. And that's the trend that I've been on. And when I say trend, I guess that's like a lifelong trend, is continually focusing attention on ways that I can improve professionally and personally, and my interest will be captivated by one program or another, and I'll attend and I'll gather a lot of great insights, and sometimes it might just be one or two insights that prove completely worthwhile, and sometimes it's a whole lot more than that, and when I get to attend an event live, then I get to connect with some really amazing people. And that's all part of that personal investment that I make. I used to be a little afraid to take time off of work in order to attend events in person. And what I've come to find out is that they really help me and my business. So I'm not taking away from my passion and my source of income, right? So it could be your job, or you know, if you're an entrepreneur, that can be your business as well. It could be time away from your family, maybe, that you're spending for a day or a weekend or a week, whatever that may be. But, you know, there's always something that helps push you ahead. And that's part of what I wanted to speak to today. And part of what I'm just reveling at is just the amazing ways that the universe just pieces things together for me. And, well, for all of us. But there are ways that I've got my eye open on this, and I'm paying attention, and I'm noticing, and I'm acknowledging when I see synchronicities happen. So I wanted to just share with you a little bit about what goes on internally for me when I choose to attend a program or participate, whether live or online. I do a lot of these things online. In fact, some people will ask, where do you get the time to do these things? You know, thanks to these smartphones, I do a lot of my trainings through this little Bluetooth of mine. Yep. While I'm driving away from work, pushing the grocery cart in the stores, you know, driving up to the drive-through ATM, and I'm listening. You know, I'm listening to these programs, and I'm gaining insights, and I'm coming up with ideas and ways that I can improve upon what it is that I do, ultimately so that I can extend my reach. Because I feel like I've got this mission that I'm working on, and some of you guys know about that, and maybe you've seen hints of that through these videos that I'm doing, and this is just a small piece of lifelong learning, right? So, yeah, synchronicities. So I want to say, like, over the last year, I've attended a number of workshops that have just been really transformational, and I'm surrounded by like-minded people who love to make a positive impact on the world. And so hopefully you've been finding some positivity from these videos that I've been doing on Friday evenings, my Friday Night Lives. Yeah, so funny thing. So I've been, learning entrepreneurial, online entrepreneurial. Gosh, my mind is drawing a little bit of blank. I'm sorry. That's just because I'm a little bit fried in the brain. But I have fun doing these videos, and it feels important to me to keep doing them. To be consistent and to provide access. Maybe part of what I'm going to say is going to inspire you or someone that you know if you share it along with someone else to pursue some of the dreams that you may have. And so for me. I love being a dentist. I think that a lot of you have experienced that with me, whether as a patient or as a colleague, or maybe as one of my students at the University of Pacific, and that's one of my passions too. So doing my dentistry, I love that I am able to run my own business, so I get to do it the way that I like to, in a way that I feel makes the most impact, and then I get to impart my knowledge and have fun teaching dental students. So they're in their training, learning to become dentists, and so one of my dreams is to also reach out to practicing dentists, right? And so me doing these Facebook Live videos and starting up a YouTube channel is an avenue for me to eventually be able to reach other dentists, because I feel like I've been able to touch the lives of so many people who are patients that come to my own private practice. And I think that as a community, and when we can bind together as colleagues, then we can extend the positive reach into our communities. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here at Experts Academy. And coincidences and synchronicities, right? So I've been spending a lot of time online. I mentioned to you that I, will listen to these programs in my ear while I'm at the grocery store, let's say, paying at the cash register. I've got the cashier speaking to me in one ear, and I've got one of these mentors speaking to me in another ear, and I'm trying not to be obvious about it. But, when you're working full-time, you've got a full-time business, sometimes that's just what you got to do, It's maybe Sundays, you get to wake up, have a cup of coffee, and tune into some, of your own continuing education or ways that you can pursue your dreams. Or for me, it's night times as well. Okay. So I decided to invest in a program from this dentist. He's a Canadian dentist. I'd never heard of him before. I want to say about 6-8 months ago, something like that. And I was really impressed by his presentation and what it was that he taught. Now, he teaches technical skills, right? So ways of handling complex situations for dental patients, and simplifying, going step by step. Mapping out pieces, small steps so that you can achieve great outcomes. And I found it really appealing, his style, and I could tell that he was obviously very highly skilled at what he does, and that's what I'm after, right? I'm after high quality dentistry with people who are compassionate and have high integrity. Okay, so I signed up for his course. And then last week, he put out another course, availability. And I was like, do I do it or not? Do I do it or not? When am I going to have the time? I'm so involved with all of these different things that I'm doing. And I decided, do it, because this is going to be super important for me to keep learning, keep improving what it is that I'm doing. And I have a feeling that he's going to teach me something that I can incorporate into, I'm putting things together in my mind. I'm internally creating something that I'm going to externally put out there sooner than later. It'll come. That's one of my dreams, is to be able to coach other dentists. So there, I've said it over the airwaves. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed by this guy, his dedication, the amount of time that he's put into it. And I signed up for his course last week. All right, so here I am locally. And I've arrived at the Experts Academy. And let me just segue over a little bit. I'm going to show you, if you don't know who Brendan Bouchard is, I'm going to show you this brochure that he handed to us, so that just by looking at pictures, hold on a second, sorry, it's going to be a little bit shaky there. I should be able to show you unless I'm, oh, okay, let me uncover that part of the camera. Can you see that? All right, so, sorry, that's my flashlight there. Right, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Larry King, that's Brenda Burchard, Ariana Huffington, where my thumb is, 2 former presidents, Oprah, sure, Paula Abdul, okay, Tony Robbins, Wayne Dyer, you get the point. And here I am, signed up for VIP. So I paid a bit of money for that, but I thought, this is going to be worthwhile. It's something that I should do. And I did. So I get to meet my friend Kathy, who's here from England, who spends part of her time here in the Bay Area to follow her dreams. And she had inspired me to come here. Now, I've attended this workshop about 2.5 years ago. I attended this workshop, and it was excellent. But I wasn't going to do it again, and she inspired me to come along. And so I meet up with her this morning. We're sitting in the second row, and I have a look down across the way, and I went, wait a second. Is that? And I'm looking, is that? So just across the aisle is Dr. Stephen Phelan, the Canadian dentist whose program I just bought. I'm like looking over, I'm like, wait, is that the guy that I've been learning from? And so he's here at Experts Academy too. So it's a training ground, you know, for people to pursue their dreams with high integrity, to do it, you know, follow excellence and reach as many people as you can to make the most positive impact that you can on the world around you. So that's why I'm here, and I was just tickled that it's just like, God, this is so fun. So I go to introduce myself. I was like, hey, I just bought your program, and he's all, oh, thank you. And I'm thinking, well, thank you, you know. And so it feels like it's just, you know, the way I continue down my path and get to have all of these positive outcomes. And so I want to encourage you to ask yourself, what dreams do you have? What ways are there that maybe you haven't been investing in yourself? Maybe you've been shying away from taking some time off to pursue one of your dreams or 2 of your dreams or more. Maybe you have an idea that's burning in your mind, you know, that you'd like to pursue, and you decided that there are some obstacles that are getting in your way, and what if those obstacles weren't as big as what you thought that they were, you know? For me, it was time, you know. I felt like, well, I didn't have enough time, and I couldn't afford the time to take the time away from what it is that I'm doing, and it took a while for me to realize that, yeah, but by my taking the time away from my standard practice, hey, Lana, good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. Yeah, Lana, so she's attended Experts Academy too. So I was just talking about how amazing Brendan is. You know, I showed a photo of the brochure with, you've maybe seen before, you know, where he's just positioning himself, you know, with, you know, former President Bill Clinton, Bush, you know, with Oprah, with, you know, on and on, you know, all these amazing people, and he coaches them, you know. And so there I am, just like, you know, 20 feet away from him as he's teaching us, because I keep insisting on being in the front row. I get the most from that, you know. It's like, one thing is just really hard to see from too far back, ugh. But you know, another thing is that that's where the energy is, you know, and you feel like they're talking to you. And here, I feel like I'm talking with you conversationally now. Right now, Lana's on the other side, you know, saying hello. Oh, here, thumbs up. Hey. But, you know, and I know that so many of you are watching after the fact, you know, it's because that's what works with your schedule. And I really thank you for joining me and for taking the time, you know, to hear whatever message I might have to say. And gosh, eventually I'll learn some scripting. I've signed up for that course too, is to script, so I know what to say in advance. You know, right now I just need to have that idea in my head, and that's what I roll with. And I have all these ideas that I want to share because I get so inspired and excited about how everything connects together, and my life just feels so much more expansive because I've been attending these events and trying to hone down my ideas into something that will be productive and in ways that I can reach people and touch people's lives in a much greater way.
but it's not. It's not from a narcissistic way, you know. I mean, it's always nice when someone gives you a thumbs up or hearts, you know, or they like what you do and they give you kudos for that. But it's more that I feel like there's. Have you ever felt that you have a message that needs to reach people and you don't know how to do that? Well, I've been learning ways of being able to do that. And one of the things that I've learned in this process is that there are people out there who really need what you have to share. In my case, they need what I have to share. And I don't always give, you know, we all come from our own one world perspective. And we might not realize that there are people who are really yearning to hear the message that you have, you know. So I've just been finding ways of putting my message out there, and it's been fun. And you know, I see that, you know, a few people comment here and there, and for me, I always feel a sense of exhilaration after I do one of these live videos, and then I wait until maybe Sunday to post it on my personal page, because I figure maybe that's when people have some time to just kind of chillax a little bit, and maybe they'll have a few extra minutes to spend on Facebook or something, or on YouTube, you know. And earlier this month, I was at another event, Jeff Walker's LaunchCon, and it was powerful. It was really fun, you know. So I'm part of this launch club, and I meet amazing people like Lana and others who are like-minded. You know, it's like we all want to put a great big positive smiley stamp on the world, right? And what I started finding, it was people were approaching me and just going, "Oh my God, I love your videos. I love what you have to say." And I'm like, "Really?" Because I don't know, you know, it's like there will be likes maybe, but not everybody comments, right? I'm one of those people. I don't comment on things all the time. And there are people from around the world, you know, who are, someone, see, I didn't turn off, what did she just say? I just got a text message from my sister. Oh. Okay, I was wondering if I should bring something over for dinner. I get to see my family this weekend. That's one of the nice things about this being local, is I get to stay at HQ, as we call it, and visit with my folks. The people at Experts Academy are the best part. Yeah, totally, that's what it is. And when we meet up, here, thumbs up, Lana, with my thumb. Yeah, when we get to meet people in person, you know, it's just like you get so inspired. And Lana and I met, you know, in person after seeing each other on Facebook for a bit. And wow, you know, what a great experience that was. And you just light up, you know, when you have common ground and you share different ways that. And at Launch Club, you're rocking it. You're so cute. I'm getting good at this, using my thumb to hit a thumbs up while I'm talking to the camera here on my phone. You're so sweet. Everyone's rocking it. That's the thing, is like there's this energy that's just like, we've got something to share. We've got something to share. And I've gotten past that point of feeling like, I don't know if I'm good enough to do this program, you know, to put it out there to other dentists. I don't know how to format this. I don't know how to present it. Too many I don't knows, and then you realize it really doesn't matter, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then before you know it, something that you take for granted, you know, information that you have inside that is your everyday life, that you lead, wow, can really dramatically impact somebody else, you know. So it's almost like it can be selfish if we withhold good things that we have in us to share with others. So that's something that I've been learning, and that's something that's come from investing in myself. So maybe soon I'll be more scripted. I'll have a little scripted. I'll plan out a little bit more in advance what it is that I'll say. So that's one of the classes that I just signed up for that I get to do on Thursday mornings. And it's awesome because I get to attend live before I do my teaching gig. So yeah, Thursdays are really long days for me. A lot of times people are like, well, what? You know, and my patients are like, well, you're closed on Thursdays, you know, and you're not out playing golf. No, I'm teaching, you know, and I'm glad to, and it's a fun thing, and luckily I don't have to drive into downtown San Francisco early in the morning. I get to do in the afternoon, I come back at night, so I miss traffic jams, you know. So now I've just added one more thing to my Thursday morning, gladly, because it's just going to be really spectacular. And anyway, yeah, so that's all kind of part of investing in myself. And so I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what's on my mind. And those of you in my coaching group know, you've heard from me, what it is that I'm after, and you've helped me along in my thought process and helped me find ways of narrowing down what it is that I'm trying to get across. And one of these days I'll be more concise in these videos. But anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out with me and for joining me. Yes, your patients are lucky, and your clients your clients will. Now you've got me on the edge of my seats. My clients will what? Thanks for your support. Yeah, and I feel lucky to be there. So it's not just that my patients are lucky. I always feel graced when I get to sit with someone who's chosen me to be their dentist and to sit with them. And they've entrusted their dental health to me in my hands, and I don't take that for granted, So that's part of what lights up my life is every day I get to meet up with really amazing people, and I learn from, and they touch my lives too, and they don't necessarily realize that. So that's part of my passion, and so now I'm just finding another way of being able to do that. Thanks. I will love my teachings too. Eventually it'll come through. So anyway, I really thank you for joining me, and Lana, you too. I imagine that you're on the East Coast too, so it's getting late for you. And my tummy's grumbling a little bit, so I'm getting hungry. It's going to be time for dinner. So yeah, sorry for rambling on and on and on, but yeah, I'm excited, and this is kind of my first time publicly letting a lot of you guys know that something more is going to come. So yeah, that theme, investing in yourself, I just wanted to put myself out there as an example. Maybe that's something that you've been wanting to do and maybe haven't put the time into it, or thought that it was important enough for you to do. And so I hope that I could encourage you to move forward with that, because there are so many people who will love to hear your message and to be touched by the work that you do. And so rock on. Thanks for tuning in. Share this video if you know somebody who will be touched. And thanks, Lana. And, share my Facebook page, please. I notice every week it's growing and growing, and I'm going to find ways of continuing that process, because I do want to extend my reach, and maybe you can help me out with that. So look me up on YouTube as well. And if you have any questions, comments, write them down here below. You'll see it eventually on my personal Facebook page, perhaps. But I'd love it if you do it here on the Darya G. Ghafourpour DDS page, or Darya Ghafourpour DDS page. And thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, rock on indeed, Lana. You too. Have an awesome night, a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next Friday night. Take care, you guys. Bye.